Look, I'm still trying to wrap my head around what happened out there, okay? It's been 3 weeks and I still wake up with that damn alarm sound in my ears. The neural link, God, I can't even describe it properly. It was like having someone scream directly into your brain, you know? So we're 3 hours into this thing, right? And I'm thinking this was supposed to be simple. Get in, grab the scientist, get out. Primary extraction at the lab's main entrance, backup rendezvous at the old communications tower if things went sideways. That's what they told us anyway. But my HUD is just everything's red. Like everything. I don't think I'd ever seen that many hostile markers before. I remember pressing against this wall. Well, what was left of it. The whole building was basically rubble by then, and I could feel those things walking around. The hunter killers, I mean. You ever feel a subway train go by when you're standing on the platform? It was like that, but worse, because you knew they were looking for you. Blood kept running down my forehead, into my right eye. I kept blinking, trying to clear it, but with the helmet sealed, I couldn't wipe it away. Made everything look red-tinted, which didn't help when my HUD was already flashing warning lights everywhere. The AI was talking to me. Area, that's what we called the handler system. Stupid name, if you ask me. Your biometrics are showing severe stress indicators. No shit, right? I think I said something sarcastic back. I was always doing that. Drove my CO crazy. The gear, man, that's what really screws with your head. When everything's working, you feel like you're some kind of superhero. The computer's tracking where you're looking, your suit's moving before you even think about it, and you've got this AI feeding you information constantly. It's addictive, honestly. You start to think you can't miss, can't fail, can't die, until you can. And then it all falls apart real fast. We were supposed to extract this scientist, Dr. Salvador Weber. What they did tell us, finally, was that Weber had created those autonomous weapons, the ones that went rogue 6 months ago. Apparently, the guy felt guilty and went back to the lab to try shutting them down manually. Noble, I guess, but also incredibly stupid. Command wanted him alive because he was the only one who understood the shutdown protocols. So I'm pressed against this crumbling wall, bleeding, trying not to panic, when Arya starts giving me the rundown. Movement detected, 40 meters northeast. I could see them on the thermal, these three things. God, they're ugly. 7 feet tall, covered in sensors, and they move like, I don't know how to describe it. You ever watch those nature documentaries where the predators are hunting? It was like that, but wrong somehow. Too perfect. Too coordinated. And here's the thing that really gets me. We built these things. Weber designed the software, sure, but hundreds of people worked on different components. The targeting systems, the mobility algorithms, the decision trees. My old training buddy Jake probably worked on code that ended up in these machines before he transferred to logistics. Now they're trying to kill me. There's something really messed up about that, you know? I remember reaching for my sidearm and thinking about how ironic it was. My gun probably had similar targeting code as the things hunting me. Like, what are the odds? Everything's connected these days. The AI kept trying to help. I'm releasing endorphins to maintain combat effectiveness. I told it not to, but it did anyway. That's the thing about the system. It doesn't really care what you want if it thinks you're going to die. The drugs hit my bloodstream, and suddenly the pain wasn't so bad, and my hands stopped shaking. I hated that it felt good. I hated that I needed it. You want to know what really bothers me about all this? Every mission, you rely on the computer a little more. Every time you go out, you trust yourself a little less. It's gradual, you know? You don't notice it happening until one day you realize you can't even hold your weapon steady without the stabilization assist. Then I heard Weber screaming. I still dream about that sound sometimes. It wasn't like movie screaming, it was just raw terror. My HUD was tracking his signal from the server room where he was trying to access the main terminal while those things hunted him through the corridors. And my HUD is flashing all these mission parameters at me. Extract asset, minimize casualties, preserve research data. All neat and organized like someone's grocery list. But sitting there with blood in my eyes, those words felt completely disconnected from reality. The AI wanted to take over, recommend switching to autonomous mode for optimal mission completion. I said no, but it kept pushing. That's when I did something really stupid, or really smart. I'm still not sure which is. I yanked the neural cable out of my head. Have you ever been in a really loud room and then suddenly it goes completely quiet? It was like that, but worse. All the displays went dark, the targeting system died, everything just stopped. For the first time in 3 hours, it was just me in my own head. No computer, no AI, no assistance. Just me. I know it sounds crazy, but I felt lighter. Scared as hell, sure, but lighter somehow. Weber screamed again, and I just moved. Not because some algorithm told me to, but because leaving someone behind isn't who I am. Or who I want to be, anyway. I probably should have calculated odds or planned an approach or something, but I didn't. I just went. The hunter-killers found me right as I got to the server room entrance. 3 sets of those optical sensors locked onto me, and I could practically see them processing my death. But here's the weird thing. For the first time all day, I wasn't part of some man-machine system. I was just me with a gun, making choices that probably didn't make sense to a computer. I remember very clearly the actual fighting part adrenaline, you know? But I got Weber out. We both made it to that backup extraction point at the communications tower, though I'm not sure how. Maybe the machines weren't expecting someone to act that randomly. Or maybe I just got lucky. The debrief was interesting. They wanted to know why I disconnected from the system. I tried to explain, but I don't think they got it. How do you tell someone that being completely dependent on a computer felt worse than being shot at? I'm on desk duty now while they evaluate my psychological fitness for augmented combat operations. That's fine by me. I've been thinking about requesting a transfer to non-augmented units anyway, if there are any left. The thing is, I'm not anti-technology or anything like that. The gear saves lives, I know that. But somewhere along the way, we forgot that the human part is supposed to be in charge, not the other way around. I guess that's what I learned out there. Sometimes being perfectly efficient isn't the same as being right. This has been Only Human. Thank you for listening.